You have not lost your edge. Your recovery system is actually breaking down, and that is why you have burnout. There are so many people in today's age, they just feel like there's something off, burning out. They're sharp at work, that slowly goes down. But when they get home at 3 p.m., open that door, I mean, they're pretty much gone at dinner time. It's a real thing.
We see it all the time. People are exhausted. They feel like they're running on fumes, not themselves.
More irritable.
Very much irritable. And that's when most of them have family to take care of. So it puts more stress on them. They can't figure out what's going on.
More stress. I mean, what else happens? Less patience.
That's true. Less family time. Put them in front of a TV or iPad or let them play on their phone.
That's a huge, huge thing.
It's a snowball effect.
And you think it's just daily the daily life, and that's how the grind is supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be.
Or you're getting older. This is all part of it.
There's other factors too, just the overall medical workup, medicines, what have you.
Mm-hmm.
I think essentially what happens, so you feel that grind and you're like, I just got to push through this because this is a grind. That's a willpower. I got the motivation. That could only last so long.
Mm-hmm.
Because after a while, you get burnt out from the willpower.
But these are just Band-Aid fixes, right? It's like having a leak in your roof and you patch it instead of actually getting to the root cause of why the roof is leaking. Maybe you need a new roof, right? Maybe you need to redo everything.
No, that's a good way of looking at it, because when you think about a leaky roof, you can actually fix it. By doing it right, maybe it costs you $500. I don't know what it will cost you. Some drywall, put a seal, stop the rain from coming in. Or you can get a bucket and you let it leak. The next thing you're doing with all framing issue, new wood, and now it's costing you $5, $6, mold, all that stuff.
Everything, more destruction. And it's going to cost you, like you said, a lot more money in the long run had you just fix it right from the get-go.
Yeah, stick with us, because when you think about your recovery, your sleep, just trying to keep up your lifestyle, it should be able to keep up with your lifestyle. So in a few minutes, we're going to get into the details and some strategies which will allow you to start to begin to reverse this burnout syndrome that you're facing, and be able to get on and be at work dialed in. Lunchtime, you're not fading away. You don't have to drink the energy drink. You get home and you still have a whole bunch left of people who actually matter to you the most. And the thing is, if we don't do that, name some of the things already. But what happens if nothing truly changes? That's the scary part.
Well, it compounds over time, right? And you think you're feeling terrible now. You'll go down that path where you'll be on Mattress Island, where you're basically can't get out of the bed, and you'll lose opportunities to work, to be with your family, the most important moments in their lives.
Well, I think the one scary thing that I think about is if I had one bad night, it's already just messes with my thinking.
Yes.
And how bad it is. I know I did some training classes based in Australia, and I really had to strategize around that. That way I won't have those compound on me, and I will feel in some kind of way. Imagine that happens every single day. It compounds for a week,
That
a month,
is
a year.
an awful feeling. I cannot live like that. Oh my goodness. And it happens to all of us, right? As we have a sleepless night or not a good night's sleep because of stuff going on around you or whatever your reasons may be, right? But it's not a daily thing or weekly thing. It just happens once in a blue moon. And it's the worst feeling in the world when you are not sleeping or you're feeling groggy all day and you're dragging. It's a horrible feeling.
Yeah, they're very, very horrible.
And you have no energy to move your body and do anything.
You want more sleep. And that's the thing, is that you're probably wondering, like, why isn't more sleep helping it?
You have some people, I apologize if I'm sounding judgy, but I've heard of some people who are in bed from 8 o'clock and they sleep till 9, 10 o'clock the next day, right? They get up to eat something and they go back to bed. And they're basically in that bed watching TV, scrolling on their phone, or sleeping all day long.
So when you're sleeping
You
all
have
day
no
long,
energy to get up and do anything.
that's already a clue that it's not really a sleep issue. And that's a whole different kind of issue, because if you have the proper amount of sleep with the right quality, it's going to fix things.
Right. The body's mending itself, right, when you sleep. But if your body's not mending itself while you sleep, what's going on, right? Or no?
Well, I recall that sleep issue I used to have, and it wasn't truly the lack of sleep. I had plenty of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
It's what I learned that was happening to my body, which this allowed me to have the quality of sleep.
Right.
Quantity is not important.
Right.
Quality is important, and
Important.
your body tells you, listen to it in the right way, in tune with it. It allows you to know, well, hold on here. There's something truly off here. And it's not because I have less medication to sleep. It's not because I have less alcohol. It's not because I'm not getting enough quality of sleep, right? I mean, that's not it at all, right? And so then what happens is I get less quality. What do I begin to stack? Caffeine,
That's true.
more willpower. And here's a big thing too. All the kids in high school, they're drinking all these energy drinks.
Yes, that's a big thing. They're drinking iced coffee and they're drinking a lot of energy drinks. That's the drink of choice next to alcohol.
Well, and you probably already know that energy drinks is like drunk like water. There's something, I talk to people all the time. And what's your routine? Well, yeah, I wake up a little groggy and I just drink energy drink and then I have one in the afternoon. You know, and the scary thing is
Or
what
they have
actually
coffee.
happens to your body. Or you do all that during the week because you're grinding, having, your willpower, your motivation, the energy drink, this caffeine. And now weekend comes, I'll just catch up on the weekend and sleep, like you said, all day long.
Thinking you're catching up on sleep and doing your body good, but then the next day, I don't know if you're sleeping all day long, comes, let's say you have to go back to work on Monday, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm still so tired. And then some people will say, well, you got too much sleep. That's why you're tired.
The vicious circle there. And when you think about it, like, all that sleep debt and the overreaction, it doesn't work that way at all. It's not real recovery. Sleep is meant to be recovery, and it is known, and everybody agrees in the health field that sleep is super duper important. I just think they miss the fact that our medical system, we treat it in silos. Everything's a silo. So you can go to the general doctor. What do they do? Well, I'm a generalist. Go see the cardiologist. Oh, you can't sleep? Let's go see another sleep doctor.
Well, before you go here, these pills, try that. Then go see a sleep doctor if that doesn't work.
Exactly. And it's sad, especially when you're sleep deprived and it hurts. You do anything just to get your thinking back, your performance back. I know that's where I was. And we went through a lot of things, and then we got it through together. And I'm not talking about your there's a difference between tired because you had a day and you ground really hard. You need to recover. But to be chronically fatigued and
all the
tired,
time.
there's something off. And here's what's interesting is that all of those little cures or hacks or tips, when they give it to you about how to get more sleep, they don't touch the real system.
Get to the
real meat of the issue. It's a band-aid. Like saying earlier, or here's a sleep pill. I know that when I wasn't getting sleep, it wasn't because I had less a sleeping pill, right? They keep telling you, the pill is
going to help you.
You know,
Then they tell you, watch for side effects, and you have to come to the doctor's office, I don't know, every 6 months or a year. I don't know what the time frame is, but to come in and get blood work done because they want to make sure that your organs are not in trouble, basically, because of the side effects from these medications. And then people are sleeping too much and they're waking up feeling horrible, or they're not getting good quality sleep, like you said, and they're still feeling horrible taking the medication.
Yep. So it doesn't work. So that's not the issue. It's more medication. I have discovered that sleep is nothing more than a pillar of health. And it's all interconnected with all the other pillars. There's a total of 5 pillars, by the way, if we look at it, right? And because they're all interconnected, that means there's 4 other things that have an impact on your sleep. And if those things are all out of whack, out of balance, like a wheel on a car, if it's got missing 1 or 2 lug nuts, it's not going to be the most sturdy ride you're going to have.
Right. It's going to
be all wobbly. And if the other ones break, you're done.
Right.
It's going to crash. And that's what happens. So the first thing that can actually be done is drink more water. That caffeine actually is hurting you.
So drinking more water, what does that do?
Well, when you drink more water, that is one of the main ingredients is for overall energy. So not only does your cell or body use it to produce energy, it helps stabilize the glucose, and you'll be able to get more of an even recovery period. In fact, the research shows that even like a 1 to 2% drop in fluid can trigger fatigue and brain fog.
Wow.
Water is really important. What's the one thing you can't live without? Everybody knows this. Water.
Yeah.
And how much water does the average person drink in a given day?
Usually, well, the average person, a
Glass, if that, because they're drinking the coffee, they're drinking the soda, they're drinking the Gatorade, they're drinking the energy drinks. Water and that does not count.
right,
It's contaminated water.
right.
It's like going to the horse's bin and pulling up a glass of water that's been contaminated with all that ilky gases and drinking it thinking you got hydrated. That's not it at all. I'm talking about a glass of good mineralized water. All right, so number one, drink water.
Right. What's number 2? He drove that point home.
Well, because that's a nutritional part, and that actually helps to start to drive the needle to being more energized and not being so fatigued and so burned out. Next thing you can do, another pillar, is exercise or movement. And what I'm about to say was so controversial in one Facebook group. Someone wrote me and they're telling me I'm killing people, what have you, is because you don't understand it, being insensitive. And what I said was drink more water, what I just said, and just do your best just to start moving. And I can't move. That's why I'm tired. It's going to kill me. Listen, here's what the research actually shows. Even when you're chronically fatigued, you feel it.
Absolutely. And I don't know where people get it in their mind that they cannot stand up and stretch for 5 minutes. You can find stretching routines on YouTube where you could stretch. You can go for a walk around your block, right? If you have a walking pad or a treadmill, you can do that. You don't necessarily have to go do 100 jumping jacks and do burpees and lift weights. You don't have to do that. You're not in some type of Ironman competition.
No, don't got to do that at all.
It takes time to build up to those type of workouts that these people have in their head.
Yeah.
Even if it's just walking for like 5 minutes, you build up over time versus nobody's asking you to go walk 10 miles.
No, not at all.
Not
Just gotta
even
move.
that. Just
Don't sit behind the computer all day. Don't be in the bed all day. Just start moving.
yes.
And getting the juices flowing in a sense.
Yes, movement is key.
I'm gonna share a big one, and this is one that no one even talks about. The doctors don't talk about it, and when when I say it, it's gonna be, oh my gosh, it does make complete sense. And I think most people, well, actually everybody knows when you get sick, what happens to your body. If you catch a cold, what happens to your energy levels?
It goes
It dips, and why does it dip?
because your body is using the energy to kill whatever bug is in there, right?
Exactly. So you got some kind of toxin in your body. The body becomes inflamed. The inflammation is trying to protect you.
Mm-hmm.
And when it protects you, it takes all the energy that you can produce in order to kill off what's trying to kill you.
Hurt
It's the most fascinating thing ever.
Right.
So what does that mean? If you are constantly feeling fatigued and tired,
What is
we
your
mentioned a
body
few things.
telling you?
There's something else that's off balance. You got some inflammation going on. Where's the inflammation coming from? It can come from a whole host of things. We'll just call it a toxin. It's a buzzword right now. I know it's a buzzword, but it's something foreign to your body that's causing this reaction. So if you're constantly in a state of inflammation, a constantly state of being sick, how can you recover? How can we possibly recover if we're eating like that? They keep telling you take a sleep pill or drink a caffeine, drink more coffee. They keep telling you that.
Or don't move.
Go rest. But we know that doing that is not working. And so there's a hidden, insidious mechanism happening. And that's because there's a lot of inflammation. And the key thing is you got to find that inflammation. Not many other people will tell you that. And what it means to you, when you do find that inflammation and you're doing all the other things about moving and getting hydration, guess what begins to happen? That burnout,
Starts to
starts
evaporate.
to fade away so quickly. It's so simple. It's scary. They make it sound so complicated, so expensive to do. It really isn't.
Body is fascinating and it's complex, but yet easy to keep on the well track.
Yeah.
Keep it well and healthy.
You take care of the body will
We'll
take care of you. And it's just one of those things which you got to make a decision.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was talking to a potential client. Actually, no, he was a client. And we're talking about just how great it feels to have like home cooked meals, Southern cooking meals. It feels great, comforting, because you get the family, you're eating good, you're feeling full. There comes a cost with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we all know it comes with a cost. And we think that cost is only one day of the year. If we actually zoom out, we will see that it's not just one day of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is not really so much, do I eat to have for the comfort? That's not the real question. The real question is, how can I eat and have the proper swaps of food to incorporate that? I can at least feel that same type of comfort and sensation and still provide my body with the right nutrition files that thrive and protect me. That way I can live the life that I want.
A lot of people associate food with this nostalgia feeling for when they were younger, right? And for a lot of people, it's texture and taste. It has to be a texture and taste. And even though that texture or taste is going to hurt you, right? You say, well, some people have the mentality, well, yes, you only live once, so you got to enjoy it as much as you can.
You can live. We all live once.
We're not cats. We don't have 9 lives.
People in my world, in the health world, we all live once. And my mentors, they live once, but they also know and they understand that when they're 60, 70 years old, which many of them are, they're not even thinking about what things they got to do. They're not going to the pharmacy. They're not being burnt out. And they're going from 5 o'clock to 11 o'clock nonstop. That's the world.
But they're fueling their body with the right foods to give them the energy to keep going and keep that inflammation down when you eat the right foods.
That's it. That's another one as well, right? Hydration is part of the whole nutrition, proper nutrition. So we gave the recipe. You made it this far. Thank you for staying. I hope it all makes sense. If it makes sense, what you need to do is come over to good old IG at Dr. Taj Haynes HQ and just follow for more of the same. We just break down the goods left and right. That way you can live the healthier lifestyle. That way you can have the energy and optimize your health. That way when you walk through that door, you're not crashing at 3 p.m. You have energy left over for your family, the ones who actually matter the most, where you're living with your presence, your purpose, your power, and you're all in. You're giving everything you have to build those family bonds.
Very nicely said. I can't say anything on top of that. Is there anything else?
No, that should do it.
Until next time, be well.
All right. Take care.
I think that went well.